Hi there, I'm Sheila Pearl, relationship and life transitions coach, dedicated to your loving the life you're living because you're loving the relationships you're in. And the work I do, often all day, sometimes into the evening, sometimes weekends, working with families, couples, individuals on all levels of relationships, I've discovered that there is a misunderstanding about what the secret is to great relationships. Yes, it's open communication, for sure. Yes, it's being fully self-expressed, for sure. Yes, it's being willing to tune into your emotions and not just stay in your head. All of those things are part of the tools for success in great relationships. I'm holding in my hands one of my Bibles. This is Art Ritter's book, The 100/0 Principle. It's based on trying to clear up a basic misunderstanding. So often in marriages, we hear people say it's a 50-50 deal. And I'm often working with couples in preparing them for marriages or working to help them repair marriages that have gone into a state of disrepair. And very often it's that idea of the 50-50 that gets in the way, because if you're thinking that the other person's supposed to do their 50 and you're supposed to do your 50, it's likely you're looking at what they're doing more than at what you're doing. So Al Ritter, with this 100-0 principle, says this: the 100-0 principle allows you to take responsibility for your relationships without being weighed down by unrealistic expectations. Having realistic expectations of others involves realizing that we're all less than perfect. So in that formula, the 100-0 principle, I will pay attention to my business, which is my 100%, giving 100% towards the relationship, my part. And I'm not going to pay any attention to the other person doing their 100%. I'm not going to be keeping score. I'm not going to be keeping a tally sheet. I'm not going to be trying to figure out, let's see, is this even? Is this balanced? Am I doing too much? Sometimes in a relationship, one person has to give 150%. Sometimes the other person may be sick or may be depressed, may be having a really rough time for any number of reasons and is not able to give their 100% or their perceived 50%. And if you're looking over there trying to keep tabs or keep score, you're missing the point of successful relationships. When I can focus on just being fully who I am in a relationship and giving of myself and not paying attention to what you're giving back, actually I may be clearing the space of you giving back to me much more than I would ever have expected. I'll give you a little example. It happens all the time, right? When we will say to someone we love, I love you. And very often, I don't know about you, I used to wait for I love you too. And if I didn't hear I love you too, I'd actually get upset. Like, what's with that? So I checked that out. I paid attention to Al Ritter's 100 actually. And I make a point to say I love you to people that I love with no expectation on their returning those words to me. It's kind of like when you give someone a compliment. The other person's job is to receive the compliment without feeling they have to give anything back. Likewise, if I say to somebody, you know, you really look great today, and they say, thank you, it's really important that I don't expect them to say back to me, oh, you look really great too. Because then you feel like things are kind of tit for tat. And very often it gets to be that way in marriages and other kinds of relationships where we think it's 50-50, it's tit for tat, I'm keeping score. So follow the principle of Al Ritter, the 100-0 principle. Give all you got. Don't pay attention to what the other person is giving or not giving. Give them an opportunity to be the very best they can be and give their 100% without feeling that somehow in the space they're being expected to give what you give. Everyone's on their own timetable. So that's the tip for the day. Follow the 100-0 principle and you will have greater success in your relationships. Bye for now.